Don Lemon says Black America wants authenticity. Never once mentions the word truth. It's the reason. Yeah, he's talking about fireplaces and sweatshirts. Now, it's deeper than that, Don. Listen closely, because this clip proves Don still doesn't get what we want from him.
People want personality now. They're not getting news from a brand or letters or whatever. They're coming for people who are authentic, people they trust, people they like, and they don't need the filter of a face full of makeup or a cocktail dress or a suit or hair that's over hairsprayed and a shiny desk and flashing. They want to get their information from people they like and trust without all the filters. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just leaning. I don't even have a desk anymore because I don't want that between me and my audience. No barrier.
And here's where he really loses me. Watch what he doesn't say. Next.
My channel was stagnant when I started. I rented this big studio in Midtown and spent all this money on cameras and lights or whatever. And so it was fine, but it wasn't growing. And one day I said, you know what, I'm just going to sit in my living room in front of the fireplace. And I'm going to do a show every day called Live at 5. It wasn't new. Anyone remember Sue Simmons and Chuck Scarborough back in the 80s, whatever, 70s, doing Live at 5. And that's when the audience started to grow. When I put on a sweatshirt and sat in front of my fireplace and just started talking, not at them, but kind of with them and taking the comments and doing stories that they were interested in doing. And that's when my channel started to grow.
Do you have a sense of the demographics of your audience mix? What does it look like?
My audience is heavily women, mostly women.
Are you buying that? Black people don't need better lighting. We need people that are willing to tell the truth and challenge powerful people. They want personalities. They want real people. They don't want the hairspray and the thing this way and things done this way. They want people being rugged and real. And notice he didn't say telling the truth. Notice everything he talked about was cosmetics. It was looks. Yeah, he's talking about the appearance of authenticity, not the actual authenticity in the reporting, not the actual authenticity in the commentary. He's talking about aesthetics. I don't even have a desk anymore, Johnson. They got rid of my desk because I don't want any barriers between me and the audience. The Democrats suck and the Republicans suck. Both parties are full of shit. Both are corrupt. Black people need to stop boycotting Target and start boycotting the Democratic Party, because that's when you have any leverage at all within that party. That's who you support. And if they want to win an election, they need your votes. We have a very small window left for us to use that to our benefit. Donald Trump may not be good for a lot, but he's good for one thing, and that is getting that border erected, which will slow the bleeding that's leading Black Americans off the cliff. We don't have much time to pussyfoot around with your favorite celebrity lying to you about what's happening in this country. Other countries protect their citizens from being displaced by cheap labor, by foreign labor. Not America. This is not xenophobia. Other countries are doing the same shit I'm saying America needs to do. What Trump is doing is not that different. It ain't radical to have a fucking border. You just got used to a country that brought in cheap labor to put black people on the bottom. And now that it's putting white, working class people on the bottom, now Trump and MAGA and people are saying enough is enough. It doesn't matter if you use that mic, no desk, stand up like Roland and shout. Get my iPad, get my iPad. It doesn't matter how you say what you say if at the end of the day, you ain't saying shit. If at the end of the day, you ain't really trying to challenge the elites.
White men, something is broken. Something is cracked deep inside when so many of you believe the answer to fear, to loss, to change is violence. Are you listening to me? I hope I'm saying it loud enough for the people in the back.
And people have been asking me what I meant by when I said he did not like answering questions or being held to account from people like me. And so some people took it to mean a racial thing. I meant someone who has a different worldview. But since people raised it and you said what you said, do you think that he was uncomfortable? I didn't want to go there. Do you think he was uncomfortable sitting in front of a gay black guy?
Probably more gay than black, I would think. I hate to say that, but I don't know. I don't know.
If at the end of the day you are not willing to confront power, what are you doing?
People felt their pain was invalidated. Their pain was unseen.
But if you look at the metrics of the economy, it was doing well, but the cost of goods were high, and I think that's where people felt it.
Well, Don, because I have to ask you, for whom was it doing well?
Probably for the working class.
So it was doing well for the people that, particularly the Democratic Party, was saying, well, they're our voting base.
People had 401ks and stocks. It was doing well.
Yeah. Which is not anywhere near the majority of Americans.
Don Lemon just up there, he talked about aesthetics. He talked about how things looked. Yeah, you know what? He's got a consultant. Don Lemon's a very rich guy. He had some consultants that told him, hey, Don, because Don wanted to do the whole network thing. He wanted to buy this and buy that, put up a whole bunch of shit. And his consultants told him, no, you don't need to do that. Be yourself. Just dress casual, Don. You don't need to get another lipo on your chin, Don. No more Botox, Don. Be rugged. They want to see you flaws. All flaws and all. So then he comes up and he talks about it as if that's really why people tune in. Man, people are tuned in because you keep it real. You keep it 100 because you're saying the shit that matters. Don's not going to do it. Neither is Joy Reid. Alert. Neither is the Native Pod. You can't do it if you want in. You can't be real if you want to live in the fake world and get the money. You can't. If you're going to play in the NBA, you got to play by the NBA rules. No one's bigger than the program. You cannot buck the system and be a part of the system. Don Lemon's been a whole problem for a long time. This clip, I don't know. I wish more people could see it. But all it's going to do is reinforce what the smart people know, and the people that are fooled, it's going to reinforce the dumb shit they think. You know what I'm saying? They're going to still believe, Don, that's great. Yeah, no makeup. Who cares? I don't have any makeup on, motherfucker. It doesn't matter. What matters is, I'm telling you, both parties suck. Corruption is on both sides of the aisle. And black people do not have a party. Guess what, white people, you don't have a party either, unless you're rich. You just think you do. Until you are willing to challenge the powerful, we should not be willing to watch you. My name is Tim Black. Subscribe to the most dangerous show in America. This one.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America. Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.